Hello, and welcome to podcast episode number 18. I have lots to share. I feel it's the very first day of September today. It's September 1st, 2022. I'm filming on a Thursday afternoon, and I feel that it's kind of start of a new month, start of a new season. You can feel the slight change in the air. I've actually just written about this in an email to my list, which will go out tomorrow morning, scheduled it. And I just feel there's possibilities and new ideas, and I've got a lot of plans for September. Some of them I've outlined in that email, so if you're not signed up to my mailing list, go check that out, because I do send regular emails, and as well as kind of stuff that's going on like that, I send top tips as well. So all that in your email, in your inbox, definitely worth signing up for. Go check it out, and I don't think you do get a 20% discount code off my website as well if you go sign up, so there's that incentive too. Okay, so I've got loads to share. I've got some finished things, I've got some new things, I need something in my hands, so I stopped doing this. So let's pick on finished things. I finished this little, I think it's called the Wristlet clutch purse, and it's by Nikki's Homemade Crafts, and it is such a cute little design. It's in thermal crochet. Had I started this the last day? I think I might have. I think I might have started the purple. I must have, actually, thinking of the timing. So I maybe had this purple bit here, which is just so thick, and this is where I had no idea where this pattern was going, but this is where it went. So the dog just sighed. So yeah, it folded over, and there's even like a zippy bit in the middle. This is the second time I've popped a zip in a crocheted thing, so it went fairly well. This one, the zip went in after. Yes, so did the first one I did. I know there's a technique where you can sew round your zip and then crochet into it, which is something I'm keen to try. This one just got sewed in afterwards. So there's 3 compartments in this little clutch, and it's super cool. I really like it, and because this yarn, I mean, you can see, if I try and get it to the window, you can see how dense it is. Oh, where is it? It was working. Actually, the fact that you can't see the light coming through the window shows you just how dense it is. It's almost like it's 2 pieces of crochet folded over, but they're not. That's totally woven together. It is really clever. And there is a little handle so it can go over your wrist like that. I used buttons, and Nikki suggested using magnetic strip, but I can't get that in my little town here, so I wanted the project finished, so I chose to just use a couple of buttons. I used star ones, and I love it. So this pattern is free on Nikki's blog, and I would definitely recommend it. It's thermal crochet is slightly fiddly while you get used to it, but then, you know, like all new stitches, once you've got the hang of it, you're off. So definitely recommend you check that out. It's totally free on the blog, and it was pretty quick. It's iron weight yarn, so it worked up fast, and I'm chuffed with my sewing at the sides and the bottom. I used mattress stitch just to sew them together, and it worked out really neatly. I think I've got a tutorial somewhere in here on how to do mattress stitch, if you're curious about that. So, first finished project. Yep, 10 out of 10 for that one. Love it. Right, I'm going to fling things over in this direction when I've talked about them. Let's go from my most recent finish to my most recent start. Oh, I've got needles going everywhere. It's okay, there's nothing on them. There. So I have worked up a collar for the sea glass sweater. As you can see, it's a knitting project, this one. It's a pattern by Wool and Pine, which you can find on Ravelry. I think it cost me about £8.50 on Ravelry. I think it was around $9.50 US dollars. And this is for the Scrappy Project Mal, which starts today. although I might have cheated and started this yesterday, but it's not scrappy yet. So I feel like because the collar is all one colour and the cuffs and the waistband are all one colour, so I feel, you know, I haven't actually started the scrappy bit yet. But from the next row, it's going to be very colourful. It's going to use up all my double knitting scraps and oddments, and I'll even be doubling up some 4-ply yarn to get that in there and make really good use of all the colours I have. So the Scrappy Project Mal is run by jennasargent.tech edit? jennasargent.tech edit, I think, yes. And you can join in with any Scrappy project you like. There are highlights in Jenna's Instagram story highlights, where she has dug out patterns, and there's links to them if you want to go and check that out for inspiration. I've also got 2 Scrappy blanket projects on my blog, which are free if you want to join in with those, or anything you like. And it doesn't have to be a blanket, it can be a hat, a scarf, mitts. I'm going for the sweater, which I doubt I'll finish in the timeline. I think we've got 2 months, maybe even 3. But I am a slow knitter. I got this done fairly fast yesterday. It's just 1 by 1 ribbing, and I used a tubular cast on. Look how neat. I love the tubular cast on. Definitely worth learning that one. I used a tutorial by Isolde Teague on YouTube for that one. So cannot wait to start cracking on with colour. I went to my mum and dad's yesterday and I have borrowed these circulars because at the moment it's on double pointed, and I'm going to have to switch to circulars because it's top down, so it'll very quickly start to get too big for those double pointed needles. So I picked up these ones. I think they're Knit Pro. They're cubic maybe? Can't remember. Mum didn't have the packaging or anything for them, but they are 4-sided. Can you see that in the light? Yeah. 4-sided cable needle. I'm looking forward to using that. I'm using a 4.5. I swatched. I swatched. I generally do swatch if it's something big, a garment or something that needs it. Otherwise I don't bother. But I did swatch, and I started with a 5.5mm needle, and then I did a 5mm needle, and now I'm on a 4.5. So these are, I began it in 3.5, so for the ribbing, just to keep that nice and neat in. And then we'll go to these ones. So I can't wait to show you more of that. I'll be getting pictures up on Instagram to share, and I look forward to following the hashtag and seeing all sorts of scrappy inspiration, because I love scrappy projects. I'm going to show you my one next. And whips are allowed as well. I could almost join in twice because I have done so much on this animal. I'm going to find the marker and I'm going to slowly show you just how much. Oh, here's my marker. Right. So I've done all this, all this, all this, all this, all this. Is the marker in view? Yeah, it's just coming at the bottom on that green. You can see it kind of shining. All that I have done. Here's the marker. I have done all that. I am so impressed. I've worked almost exclusively on this over the last few weeks. It's been 2 weeks since the last podcast, and I've worked a tiny bit on a hat design, and I just started that other thing yesterday. Oh, and I did the thermal crochet thing as well, but that didn't take me too long. I think I had that finished in a couple of days. Other than that, I've been working on this, and I just sit down and I try and get, you see the colour change starts here, I try and get along and back and round and back to the start. So two rows, and yeah, I've just got my head down and got on with it. I only need to do 5 more centimetres, which is about that. I think it's five stripes works out about 5 centimetres, so that is all I need to do, and this will be finished. It is just over 110 centimetres, and it's going to be that by about 145 centimetres. That's the size I've gone for. It's slightly smaller, if you were to look up sizing charts, slightly smaller than a cot. But I mean, it's big. It's good for, I'll be using it just as a snuggle blanket, and it's plenty big for that. And I cannot wait to send it out to my testers, and then I will get it up on my blog and you'll be able to join in and make your own. I know the Scrappy blanket too, which is kind of down there, and it'd be a lot of clicking to try and get that out. Scrappy blanket 2 has been very, very popular, so I am chuffed with that, and I imagine this one will be too. The first one, not so much. I guess it was further back, and I haven't done specific YouTube tutorials that click through to it if you look in the description. So I think now that I'm on YouTube, it's definitely increasing the visibility for my patterns, which is great. So I've already got a YouTube tutorial up for how to do the joins on this. I think I spoke about it last time. Here's a join here, and yeah, it's just a cool little way of doing those joins. So if you search Scrappy blanket, something like that, on my channel, you shall find it. And I think it's in the how-to guide playlist as well. There's quite a lot of tutorials on that if you want to check them out. I'm really chuffed with the way my YouTube stats are looking. The last blog post got loads more views than previous ones, and I've been putting up a few shorts, so I'm enjoying growing on the platform, getting some new subscribers, and yeah, I just really like YouTube, so thank you for being here. Do like, share, comment, subscribe, all the things, and help me to grow, and I can get more videos out, and yeah, grow my small business. So that is Scrappy blanket 3. I'm going to move my cup of tea and I can put it behind me. Let's do that. Let's put it up here, and then we can enjoy its lovely scrappiness while we chat. I hope you got a cuppa. I have red bush tea with some soya milk today, and it's in this one of my favourite mugs. It's a nice big one. So what next? Shall we do something completely different? So this week I sent out my Lazy Days crochet sock kits, and I have sent them out in a box like this. I'm slightly giving away the surprise here, but I have shared this image already over on social media. So I have lino printed that one on. Oh, does that read the right way for you? I know it flips for me. I think you see that the wrong way, right? Hang on, let's see what way runs that one. That doesn't help me. Yeah, it says Yarn Love. And that is the lino cut. I was really fortunate to win a giveaway from Shape of Home, a Scottish-based craft company. And in that giveaway, I think you had to put your answer to the question, what would you design if you won? And I said something to do with a ball of yarn, so then I did win, which was great. And I did something with a ball of yarn, and I just did this simple design with the words Yarn Love. And then when I was sending my kits out, I thought, ooh, big space, let's get that on the box and brighten it up. Hey, do you know, at the post office this morning though, I had one outstanding kit that I wasn't able to send yesterday. I sent them all yesterday, even though it's actually a postal strike in the UK. But it meant they were in the post office and they would have got picked up today. But there was one, I just had one question to ask the buyer. But anyway, the lady in the post office, she slapped the sticker, like it was a custom sticker. She slapped it over there, or over, maybe it was like that. You can just see the top of the ball. It's like, really, there was like this space, there was, I don't know. It was just crazy. I was kind of like that was my design. Didn't get it. Anyway, that's my quibble. I have gone for eco packaging. It is made from recycled content and what else does it say? Responsible sources, and it's a climate neutral company as well. So I like that about it. And yeah, I think they hold the kit nicely. It means that the A4 printed pattern fits down the bottom, and that should keep it nice. Save me having to fold it and fold the project bag. I looked at different sizes of boxes and I thought about folding both things and then decided not to. Keep it all open. And I've got the kit here. Might as well get a plug in, right? Or there might be new people watching that don't know what I'm talking about. So I have produced a kit which comes with this gorgeous image printed on a project bag. The image is by Katie Birdie, or Katie Gammy is her real name, but she goes by the name Katie Birdie in her illustration business. And she designed this lovely pattern with the bee on it. And from there, Liv at the Wool Shed produced this wool based on the colours in the illustration. And from there I designed a pair of socks. I have one here. I've designed these Lazy Days socks, which have a fancy cuff and a fully turned heel, a gusset, a nice shape, extended double crochet throughout, and a rounded toe. And the kit comes with the pattern, the wool, project bag, a Knit Pro Waves hook, and some pretty little stitch markers from Labours of Love Crochet. And I was able to get in touch with everyone who pre-ordered a kit and asked what colour they fancied. So there we are. There were other colours, black and blue and a pink and a lilac. This is the white one. I thought they were really cute, kind of go with the theme. And Katie sent me the giveaway prize. I had a giveaway over on Instagram and Katie sent me this bee illustration. I want the postcard, just a wee note on it. Her illustrations are just beautiful. I really, really like them. So that's Katie Birdie. She lives an hour and a bit away in the car from me, across in Fife. And shout out to another of my collaborators, Labours of Love Crochet, who gave me these stitch markers for, shouldn't give them, I did buy. I did support her small business, but she gave me this hook for the giveaway. And it is one of her polymer clay hooks made with a sparkly, marbled effect and a wee stitch marker. And it was one of my lovely followers called Woolly Ali who won that giveaway. So this will be coming your way if you're watching my podcast, Ali. This will be coming your way soon. But it arrived with me just this morning and I opened it up and thought, perfect timing, I can show this off. So go check out Ruth's Etsy shop. I'll pop the link in the description. Ruth has lots of lovely hooks, stitch markers, and she has a few patterns as well. She designs crochet patterns and they are all on her Etsy. And there's some finished things as well if you're looking for finished items. There are finished items in her shop too. Cool. Well, I think that's all I need to say on kits. They are still available. I've still got a few available, and I've also just introduced buying the bag on its own, which is new. You can buy the bag with a PDF of the pattern. So it's on my website. Just the bag without all the stuff in it. If you're looking for something to keep your project in and remember the crochet along. And also this week, the pattern on its own launched. So you can buy the pattern on its own as a PDF. You can buy the PDF with the project bag, or you can go all in and buy the full kit. And there's a code, LazyDays10, will give you 10% off if you're interested in that. And again, the description will be below. So the Cal kit kicks off on Tuesday next week, Tuesday the 6th of September, and that is when we're going to start. I'll pop that there, and I think I only have one other project to show you. Yeah, although I had lots of stuff hanging around, I think I've spoken quite fast, and I think a few of the things anyway, I'd already spoken about a little. So this one is brand new. I'm going to show this first. I have this yarn, which is so soft, and it's made from recycled bottles, which I thought was fab. It is by Wendy, a UK yarn company, and it's called Knits Recycled, and it comes in a few colours with the little flecks through it. These are viscose, and if you buy the ones that don't have the flecks, they are 100% recycled bottles. This one is 98% recycled bottles and 2% viscose for the little flecks. So I like the flecks, so I went with that one. I bought these in Wool for You in Aberdeen, actually. I was able to go see the wool in person. It took me ages deciding the colour. I knew straight away I was going to design a hat. I spent a long time thinking of colours, and then, do you know what, I realised I picked pretty much the same colours as my air balloon beanie. I don't know what I was thinking. So I hope you like the pink. They call this colour black, but to me it's a very dark blue. It's probably showing up black here, but it's definitely bluish, and it's got those flecks through it. And this is where I've got so far. I've done ribbing using the double crochet UK terms back loop only technique in 2 colours. So if you've made my air balloon beanie, it's exactly the same. And then I have done the first round. We're now working in the round, and I've done the first round, and I've just done these big baubles. And I'm changing colours in the tapestry crochet technique to create those. So we're going to continue with the stripes. I'll pop it on. It looks kind of silly because my hair shows through the top, but got some yarn there. Let's get that at the back. Look, it's going to be quite 3D, I guess, with the baubles. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it so far. What do you think? Yeah, I'm definitely not a headband type person. Doesn't matter what length my hair is, I never suited a headband. But hey, we'll finish it. Just do a few more rounds straight, and then we'll be on to the decreases. Because it's chunky, it's working up really fast. So that is that. I've kind of stalled on it. I did this a week ago. I think I got to this point a week ago, and I haven't picked it up since because I've written the pattern for the ribbing, and I just stopped. I haven't written anything for what to do next on this bauble round, and I think I'm worried to go on and do more, and then I can't remember exactly what I did, because nowadays I write all my patterns up on the laptop. I've only got my laptop on my knee, and I just write up as I go. Previously, back when, certainly 2-3 years ago, and all the time before that, I always used a notebook, which kind of felt a bit less intrusive, I guess. I would crochet and then I would just jot down some notes. But then when it came to typing up at the end, it was, I don't want to have to type that up. And I would stall then and not get around to it. So swings and roundabouts. I might have to just go with the creative process on this one. Make it. Maybe write down a few notes as I go. And then if need be, I will just buy more yarn and create a second one and then recreate what I've done, because I think, especially as the rounds are so fast, it's only going to take you maybe 10 minutes to get around that, in those baubles. So it's going to work up fast, and I think the typing up thing is going to bug me. So just made that decision today, actually, that I think I will leave the laptop be for now, go back to old-fashioned notebook, and if necessary I will just get more yarn, Or there might even be enough left to make, because you know me, I'll probably do it in 4 or 5 different sizes. So there may be enough yarn left to do the smallest size, which is what I've sometimes done in the past, more to test out my pattern. Once I've written it in all those sizes, I'll often go and check the smallest one and see that it makes sense. If it makes sense in the smallest one, then chances are that the different ones will make sense too. So that's where I'm at. I imagine this one won't take too long, so there's 2 patterns going to be on their way to testers this month. This one and the blanket, and you never know, I might get back to that cardigan that I was working on 4 or 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago maybe, little baby cardigan, and I might get back to that and finish that one off too. So there might even be 3 patterns. There are at least going to be 2 pattern releases this month, and the first one is my Fields of Wheat beanie. I've not got it here to show you today. I will show it off on the next podcast, and the second one is something that I'm keeping up my sleeve. So if you've been following me for a while, you'll know my Fields of Wheat beanie. It was published in British Fibre Art magazine, and it's a pattern I had on the go a long time before that. I've had it tested twice, tech edited twice. It's a pattern that drove me nuts. But in the end, I got there, and oh, and I've just spotted, I do have something else to talk about. Just put my hand on it and went, whoa, what's that? Anyway, in the end, I got it right, and I was happy with it. It was just, yeah, you'll see when you see it, it'll make sense. It's a slightly strange construction, and I think I got conflicting advice from my first tech editor, and I did a whole load of changes, and then I wasn't happy with it, so then it just got chucked in the naughty corner, and I worked on it again and had it re-tested, re-tech edited, and yeah, it was in British Fibre Art magazine, so I will be releasing that to everyone this month. And the thing I almost forgot about, so let's pop that hat over there. I put the box from the kit down on top of it. But I have my finished Estival MCAL, and it's blocked. I picked it up from my mum's with those needles yesterday, and I blocked it up there. She has some new Knit Pro blocking the long ones, blocking poles, blocking needles. Anyway, the really long ones that just, it was so much easier to block. I just used that on all the long sides, and I put it through the picot edging as well. That's not quite picots, is it? It kind of looks like that. Fan, shells. I can't remember, it's so long since I looked at the pattern. Put it through there as well. And it's really made them stand out, and it's opened up the lovely lace work. So happy with this one. And then there was the split puffs, that section, and the harlequin stitch, that bit there, and these cross stitches right back at the start. So from here right up to the crossed puffs, I followed the pattern, working as the pattern said, and then at the crossed puffs I did a few rows less if I hold it that way. And if you've made one of these, you will know I did, I think, 4 less. It might have been 8 less, I can't remember. But then I did more rows of this one to make up for it. And I basically just kept going until I ran out of the purple, which I had a tiny bit left. I've still got a little bit of the second colour, but then yesterday I put it in the Scrappy blanket, so that went in that. I just held it double. It's a DK, I don't know if I said, it's a double knitting Scrappy blanket, that one. So this is 4 ply, and I just held it double and used up every last scrap of the lovely yarn from Vicky Brown Designs. All went in. Let's see if I put it on. There. It's asymmetrical, which I really like. So one end finishes in a nice point, and the other end like that. Yeah. Oh, it's nice. And the yarn just feels beautiful. So it was from Vicky Brown Designs, and it's a blend of mohair, silk and polyamide, and that's from Vicky Brown Designs. And the pattern, which I haven't said, the pattern is by Joanne Scrappy at the Crochet Project, and it was in her hub, the members area that Joanne has created, and I've actually got an affiliate link for that. If you check it out in the description, you will find it, and then I get a tiny percentage, which all helps. All these little things help as a designer. So just heads up, that is an affiliate link. I think it's the only one in the description. All other links are either my own or I'm putting in because I think it's worthwhile and you'll like it. Sorry, the dog's busy dreaming over there. So now I think, looking around, I think I have covered everything. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're new, this is my usual style. I film just straight through. I don't edit it, I just do it all in one scoop, which is easier today because my youngest started back at college this week, so the house is slightly quieter. I've got my husband working from home through in the other bit of the house, so that's okay. And my middle son is at the girlfriend's in Perth, so the house is fairly quiet today. And we haven't had any postie deliveries, anything like that to kick the dog off. She's happily sleeping beside me. So I think I'm going to leave it here. I have a Lazy Days crochet box to go and hand deliver. One of my friends in Carnoustie, that's where I live, has ordered one, so I'm going to go and drop that off to her house, take the dog with me while I start uploading this, and it should be with you later on today. All going well. You never know with the technology though. So I hope you're all well. Do leave me a comment, let me know what you liked, let me know what you're working on, and I'll get back to you. I like to reply to all my comments. So thank you and goodbye.